While we're talking nerdy, another thing I wanted to ask you about, you mentioned cover design
Yeah.
specifically, and also description, and I want to talk about both those things. I noticed your description is very brief and to the point. And also, I wanted to make the comment that going back to readers being magical and mysterious, I hate video games, so I was surprised I enjoyed this book trapped in a video game. Oh, readers.
Well, those are parents reading it to their kids, you know, like my kid likes video games and I got to read this dumb book to him. So, yeah.
It's one of my favorite reviews I ever got on one of mine. Is this book cost $1? It was a pizza delivery, which is always 99 cents, available now. And they said, I expected this book to suck, but it was actually really good. And then they went on to praise the book. Why did you waste life?
Why waste $1? Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad I turned you around and you had a good time. But let's talk description and let's talk covers, because I know your descriptions are very short. Very much letting the reader who's already reluctant, or the parent who's reluctant, you give it straight to the point. So what are your tips for writing descriptions that are going to hook those types of readers? And what are the things that you're looking for when you're designing your covers to appeal?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll hit descriptions first. So descriptions, I'll write a description that I think is going to be good up front, and I'll put it up there, and then I'll wait and look at reviews. And reviews are really, really helpful because people will tell you what they really want in reviews. So I spend a lot of time, looking at my reviews, looking at other people's reviews to see what people actually really like and really value from their books. And so from my books, Trapped in a Video Game, for me, I think for kids' books, the most important thing is that first, I just have like a couple sentences up top and it's bolded. And for me, that's the most important part for if somebody's reading through it and things like that. Because the summary, again, it's a parent, they're buying it for a kid a lot of times, and they don't care what the book is about. And so I do keep it short and to the point. But that first sentence is bolded and it kind of speaks directly to that parent. And so, I think that it might say, and I used it off of ad copy that worked well. So, one thing that I put in there is like, get kids to put down the controller and pick up a book or something like that. Because I found in my reviews that that's what parents wanted. Parents wanted their kids to stop playing video games for a few minutes and read a book. So, I made sure to put that in the description up front. So I think paying attention to reviews is a good way to find keywords, to find things that people are actually looking for, and then put it in there and go back and change things and update things. And then again, people, in my experience, parents, they'll read that first sentence. Okay, this seems kind of like what I want. They'll go down, they'll look at reviews, and then they'll look inside the book sometimes and things like that. But for kids' books, I don't think the description is that important. It's just you want a couple sentences that tell people that this is what it is. If this is what you want, this is what you got. And then for the book cover, so when I first started, I was looking at books that were doing really well. And the ones that I saw that were doing the best for middle grade, indie published, were by a guy named, that goes by the name Marcus Emerson. And he writes Diary of a Sixth Grade Ninja. And that book has been selling unbelievably well as an indie book since like 2013. And so he's just crushing it. And I saw his books and I saw that he did two things that I think were really smart. That he put just like the premise of the book as the title, Diary of a Sixth Grade Ninja, it's about, and things like that. And I think that's really, really smart for indie authors because, again, you're just putting out there, you're trying to promise something that somebody wants. Right. And so, I'm trying to get my kid to read. That's a target audience. And he likes ninjas, he likes video games, he likes this. And so that's right in the title. And it's not, you don't have to guess. And then the cover, again, it's most people are seeing it as a thumbnail. And so I want, especially with the first book in the series, to be just like an appealing picture, and it's big, and it's like a main character. And that's just something that, that's something I saw that Marcus Emerson does. That's something that I try to do a lot, is something that would be appealing to that target audience, that on a very, very small thumbnail they would see, and that would get them to click on it. So those are the things that I kind of try to do with the covers and with the description.
Makes sense to me. And then, of course, you've got nice bright colors. And I noticed your name is pretty small, relatively, certainly to the title and the character. And is that just because nobody really cares about the writer until later, or?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I can't stress enough how much people don't know you when they're on Amazon and don't care. Like, they literally just want a book that their kid will read because he doesn't like books, or a book that identifies with the main character's a minority like them, or that their kid doesn't get to read about somebody that's like them, or there's several different areas where people are just searching for things. There's books about bullying or books about whatever, and people that do well indie, because people are just typing in stuff on Amazon. They're looking through customers also bought, and they truly do not know who you are and truly do not care who you are as an indie author, which is fine. So yes, that is a good point, that it's very small because nobody cares.
I love it. You might be one of the most realist authors I've ever talked to. Very direct.